Well, Luai holds the key to it all. Now Harris DeVita. He's completely out. A chant goes up. Luai with the ball. This is quite incredible. We're at Old Trafford in Manchester, north of England.
And the chance of Samoa.
There's a chant for Samoa. Oh, there's Monster. The ball strip. Munster, the stripper, with the ball 10 minutes short of halfway. Big play there. Trbojevic going to come back into the game for Australia. Carrigan, the man off. And Kilmer Tuolungi about to get his first football of the night for Samoa. Mitchell on that run. Having said how important Samoa it is for points. What if Australia score? Grant on the run. They're 25 from the line. No quick play the ball there. Trbojevic in a dummy half roll. Tedesco now. Dummy to Cleary. Oh, goes outside. Contact. Martin knocked off his feet. Play on the call. Whiten with the ball for Australia. 15 from the line. Last tackle. Grant to Cleary. Cleary ball! What a pass! Murray's over for Australia. Nathan Cleary puts on a play. That was superb service from the Australian halfback for Cameron Murray to score a hammer blow try for Australia on Samoa.
What a beautifully executed play there. The pass from the halfback Munster was incredible. The line unbelievable. And Cameron Murray, he scored a match winner last week against New Zealand to book his place, his side, into this World Cup final. And could this tonight be the match winner here? Just gets in between Milford and Crichton. It's a beautiful line. A poor defensive read from Milford. He's left grabbing air. And Cameron Murray. What a player. What a try.
Yeah, the Penrith co-captain delivers the pass for the South Sydney captain. That's an NRL reference for those two players. You know, all the controversy coming into this World Cup around Australia was about the numbers, the numbering. Well, it doesn't matter about the numbers or the names. It doesn't matter what's on the back of the jersey. It's about what's over the heart. And you saw them united there. Who cares what number they're wearing when they put on plays like that? The 14 to the 11. And here he is, Cleary, to put them 20 in front. 2.5 minutes remaining in the sin bin for Angus Crichton. Cleary from 8 metres in from touch. The strike, he's got this one. Cleary set up the try and converts it. It's 20-0 in the cup final. What a tournament for Cameron Murray.
Yeah, named the team of the tournament as well this week. Just look at that line. Anthony Milton, he has no answer for it. He loses sight with his eyes on the ball. And it just evades him. A wonderful change of angle from Murray and slides over Adrian Lamb and Big Mal. They love that one too.
So he goes long. Australia one big step closer to retaining the World Cup. 11-time winner of it. Great Britain has won 3 occasions. New Zealand, that one-off win in 2008. We've been going since 1954.
Release Josh! And again, Jaden.
Under the pioneers of the World Cup of it now. So we've got teams from Italy, Greece, Jamaica, all playing. We've got a Women's World Cup, wheelchair, PDRL. How good is it?
Well, it's been the most inclusive and diverse World Cup yet, Bossy. A huge celebration over here in shores around the greatest game of all, Rugby League. Munster now threatening taking the line on.
Last play, Australia. Cleary.
Oh, that's a spiral, that one.
Yeah. Swally with a... Well, there's a penalty. I was going to say Samoa would have one set against the Australians, one man, but they're not going to get it. And if I'm Australia, I'd probably bang over the 2 and soak up the time here.
I think you just keep playing, Bossy. You're 20-0 up.
Yeah, I know.
Is this Crichton? Crichton on, and because he's in air, he's made contact with him. And that's what they've ruled there. Oh, gee, it's a glancing knock, but penalty awarded. And there's discussion between Tedesco and Cleary.
Just going back to that try as well from Cameron Murray, they did that down to 12 men. And they had an awful start to the second half, Australia. Multiple errors coming out their own end, but they were just able to absorb all that pressure, defend it.
Let's go, come on.
With a man down. We see there the wheelchair players, the World Cup champions, the English wheelchair team.
Let's go.
Enjoying their view from the box today.
Australia on the attack, 10 metres away from the line. Crichton is about to rejoin the action.
Mark straight. Go, one.
The Kangaroos fans at Old Trafford are on the edge of their seats now.
Let him have Josh. Lock him straight, back foot. Wait, Joseph.
Grant with it. And dummy and run. Markers have to be alert at all times. Harry Grant in pile driving mode.
Set up the whole of that right-hand side, and everybody in the stadium, including myself, thought that's where it was going, such the depth of the attack. And Harry Grant there, just an opportunistic attempt of a try. Trying to catch Samoa out, but they were alert.
Back to the 10-metre line for the restart with Cleary and Yo. Crichton's ready to come back on. He's on the sideline. He never went to the dressing room. They let them sit in the dugout. Australia halfway through the set. Cleary again. A dummy in step. They are now defending for their lives. Crichton returns. It's 13 on 13. Grant's sees space right. Tedesco loses his legs. Tackle there from Lenu. In fact, we got a penalty, Samoa there.
Obstruction, I think it was, as Tedesco steps back off his foot. I think it might even be when he catches that ball. On that far side, the back rower there just impedes Milford, and he can't get off and make that tackle. So,
no, that lead runner, his job is to go through the line. And he obstructed the defence. So Samoa are a leaving penalty, but you know, we're getting down to the have to score next set time. 23 minutes to go. Luai with Papali'i.
Nathan moves! Oh, there you go. Jake, come now!
Milford working left side and spinning Lafai. One of the players of the tournament. Barlow set a field offloaded in the Crichton tackle. Papali'i now with the ball. That's strong from Australia. They've forced the error. To scramble after that, but the error from Samoa. That was great work from Australia there on some of the biggest hombres in the Samoan side.
Well, they were just trying to power the way through, wasn't it? It was an offload by Barlow first.
Time's up now. Time's up now, guys. You only got 10 seconds.
And then Papali'i, he tries to promote the ball. Monster all over him.
Let's go, guys. Hurry up.
And pass on at this point, Kyle, the crowd here at Old Trafford. 67,502 to watch the World Cup final. At this incredible venue, Whiten with the ball.
And Jerome! Hold here.
Australia now.
Okay, one. Back 10, Jerome.
22 minutes away from victory. Trbojevic.
So consistent, Trbojevic, isn't he? One of those unsung players that just does his job so well.
Back straight, Lingy.
Hold here, still waiting to come on for the Australian side. Cleary, Munster, Mitchell, then early ball at Okar. Here he goes, the Fox, what a kick. Crichton, was he onside? Has he got the ball there? Ask the questions. Munster, I thought Crichton might have drifted in front of Okar. I don't know whether he got the ball down.
Tackle 3, I have no try.
That's why they pay the big dollars. This oldest throw.
Athlete man in the pitch. Ben Toto, so easy.
Tackle 3, we have a live decision.
The speed of the man is amazing.
Please can we check all available angles on onside, offside, through to ground.
About it, put the kick through, but does it get grounded?
Players must have both feet behind the ball to toss it onside. Pause the ball. Yeah, all players are onside. If we can go to the grounding, please.
Crichton's onside, we can confirm that.
Surely gets us down, doesn't he? Oh.
takes possession there. He then
no.
He then loses possession of the ball.
The pressure from
Happy
Milford's
viewed
enough,
all
isn't it?
available angles. I've made my decision.
That's all you need to see. They're still in the contest. Yes, it's 20-0, but no worse than that. And again, with an error in goal, it becomes 7 tackle set. You get the extra tackle. Samoa with a 20-metre restart.
Look, we're in that part of the field now where Samoa, they have to take a risk. Look, it's only a risk if you go on and lose, and the scoreboard being 20 points to nil, they may as well try something.
To'o on the run back. So some of these main threats in the Samoan side, you'd say the Kangaroos' defences.
Yeah, they've been brilliant on them, haven't they?
Oh, there's Hunt on the run. Right, spun out. Oh, juggle.
Can't move.
No hand there from the Kangaroo. Yes, there was. So tackle count has restarted. Jigabalo on this run.
This is where they're at the best, Samoa. You know, going into this, they were able to roll down the field better than anyone else in the competition in terms of metres gained.
Now, Luai, Swalihi, they're there. Lincoln, you missed the pass there from Lafai. She's an incredibly skillful player.
Just needed that last pass to be on the money, didn't it?
Now, Luai back to centre field. Milford and on for Royce Hunt. Oh, lifted up. Back for Balo. Sal. And the Australian defence again, too good. Holmes up on Lafai. For Luai. And then Papali'i on the run. He's 25 metres from the Australian line.
Now you're milking.
Milford in that dummy half roll. What about the responsibility on this man? Luai trying. Oh, ball. Chalagi. Here goes Toa. Samoa will get there first. The crowd's into the game. Mitchell wasn't able to intercept. Do not move away. We may still have a comeback. Well, the last quarter of the match, and Samoa have their first.
What I mentioned about Samoa taking a risk, and it was Jerome Luai on the left-hand side of the field, steps hard off that left foot that we see so many times, and throws a pass that cuts out 3 men, gets over the top of Latrell Mitchell, and finds its way into Tulagi. Was able to tip the ball onto Bentio. Watch this here. The left foot over the top, trying to catch out lazy defenders. That's a beautiful ball on the money. And it's a simple catch and pass. And is this the moment, Bossy, where Ben To'o just gives Samoa a bit of hope heading into the final quarter of the game in the Rugby League World Cup final?
Oh, Brian To'o scoring here, trying the corner. It's a big moment. But it is only one. It is only one. They were down by 20. Crichton, every kick important. But suddenly there's new energy, and that's with respect to Australia. I mean, it's not mean-spirited. It's just that the fans that have come along, the neutral observers, have adopted Samoa as their side tonight.
I just liked everything that Samoa did in the lead up to that. Papali'i, Junior Paulo back on there, carrying the ball hard and direct, willing to promote the ball. And then Jerome Luai asking questions, delivering passes. Scoring. Crichton convert this. You picked him at the start of the game.
Yeah, well, that's the commentator's curse. 53 NRL goals in his career as opposed to Cleary's 499. Crichton from the sideline. 20 points to 6. There you go. He doesn't look Samoan to me.
That's we're ripping that top off.
We're embedded his family tree as the Samoan heritage.
Well,
he's just a geezer.
What a ball over the top that was from Luai. If a shirt will be off.
I don't know whether you want to see that. So, Samoa with the ball. Papali'i to bring it back. 20 points. Yeah, minutes a game of men. You know, how different had they been able to score, and Australia got the points there.
I just can't stop thinking about that first try as well, Bossy. That first chance, that Samoa had, where the Fox gets that back down. That passes away. Maybe they try for To'o on that far side in that first half.
Now Barlow the centre, following up. In his top, knows the pass. The played in it. Luai played in it before he'd even played the first great game. His kick. It's right. The crowd is back over the moon.
Not chasing hard in the field, and Battle Holmes. Yeah.
He must be saying, Coach, remember me? I'm part of the squad. I'm here. Martin's with the ball. He's 40 metres away from the Samoan line. The centre field for Yo and Cleary on the bounce. Oh,
he just needed to sit up for him.
That was like the England semi-final moment there. Could have been runaway. Chulagi on the run.
Oh, the crowd are roaring now. They're roaring Samoa down. 38 metres or so left to go.
Solihi on this run. Straight carry.
Murray
makes the tackle.
And again,
Now they're 28 metres away from the line. Down by 14. Junior Barlow. Crowd cheer again. Murray, another technically superb tackle. Milford. Luai. Then in for Hunt. They're playing with a stopgap dummy half and only one playmaker at half. It's Luai everywhere. Here he is again. Luai, cut out ball. No hand in it. Play on, Lafai. Still the last tackle. Australia. That is a big result from that set. Big result.
Poor pass from Luai, wasn't it? Right behind everybody else. They lose 20 metres. Australia have to just react to that loose pass, and they're there, aren't they? 3 and 4 of them there to shut down any more threat over on that far side of the field, as Munster now has a little scamper into the centre field.
I owe points post-game, and people watching this in different parts of the world, how unfair it may seem that a player is taken out of the game. High shot, player only served in the bin, and now Samoa find themselves in this predicament with a playmaker out.
Next to me, come on.
It's an argument for post-game. Hunt, Tedesco, dummy, and onto his knees. Fasumala is now out there for Australia. What a player to have to come on with 4-0. Frizzy cut to To'o's wing. Good take, Brian. And Latrell Mitchell over the top.
You mentioned there, Fasumala on average over 160 metres a game this year in the NRL.
Wait.
Fatigue starts to set in, having a big destructive ball carrier like that, but this is better from Samoa.
Tuilagi won the end of that ball.
Can't move!
Just got to keep, that was from Whiteman. They've just got to keep backing those offloads. Look, there may be an error from it, but it does appear to be their best hope. They're 30 metres out. Lafai with it.
Last tackle, Jack!
And Cleary's defence on show there.
Back in,
Last play, Samoa. Luai. Milford, the kicker, from 35 metres out from his own line. The Fox allows it to bounce a second time.
He thought about coming for it, then slammed it in reverse. Just patiently waiting for the ball to bounce up into his arms.
Josh White Jr.
This is where Australia are really good, aren't they, Bossy? They're able to just the sort of the nuts and bolts of the game and just advance up the field. Carries like this from Latrell Mitchell, what strength he has. But they know how to see a game out.
20 points to 6 might prove to be enough, but if they score again, that is certainly, that would certainly be a massive blow. Now for Campbell Gillard. He's on. Trebojevic has gone off. Cameron Murray off as well. He certainly played a role. Cameron Murray again. Hunt, a dummy half. Switch for Cleary.
Inside
flat,
ball.
Inside Munster. Tedesco, here it is. The Australian captain has slid over the edge. It's like a water slide of celebration. He's a kid again. The captain of Australia has a try double at Old Trafford.
What a brilliant, brilliant Australian try that is. And from the captain, Tedesco, represented Italy in the last World Cup. And he's just scored what could potentially be the winner to give Australia their 12th World Cup win. What a passage, all the 9, 6, 7 and 1 all combined there. We just see Junior Paulo's not able to work hard enough at marker. The space opens up, the air defender's too wide, and Munster, just that gorgeous, clever little inside ball. And James Tedesco sprints 18 metres over.
It disappears out of sight. I've got to correct you, Carl. It's not the 9, 6, 7 and 1. It's the 3, 7, 14.
Well, there you go.
Well, talking points, but beautifully constructed.
Just so well executed, wasn't it? It was almost like off the training ground. Regan Campbell-Gillard, I think it was, who plays the ball, actually goes onto the floor to make sure that the 6 and 7 can combine. James Tedesco loitering around with intent, pop moment, the right time, and finishes an incredible move off of the green and gold.
What a replay of James Tedesco's face. I think he saw his life pass before his eyes as he was headed over that dead ball line down into the pit. And here is Cleary again. Crichton did can Cleary match. Not his last one from this side. He's got it again. So he's 2 from 2 second half. The margin is back to what it was with 10.5 to go.
Just watch the detail unfold here. We get to see a replay of that try once more. It was the best try of the night for me.
I know that a short kickoff is now coming. They've stacked their right side here, Samoa. The player will be the target, you would think. Just announcing to the crowd here, the attendance figure was 67,502. Here's the kick. No, they've gone down the middle. That is a most unusual short kickoff. I don't think Josh Papali'i has a jump in him, and that probably needs to be told. He was the lead chaser. Now Big Tino on the run for Australia. At 26 points to 6, Mal Meninga's Kangaroos. They've intercept! Crichton chased by Munster! He's amazing! Stephen Crichton has his Old Trafford moment. The intercept king. Over here in the north of England, they still hail Brett Kenny as an absolute great of the game, one of their favourites. He was a master of the intercept. Crichton is delivering much the same as Bert used to do.
Well, he certainly knows how to score on the biggest stage. That try last week, and now one here tonight in the World Cup final. He scored in 3 NRL Grand Final straight wins as well.
Look at
And
that.
just pinches the pocket, doesn't he?
Ooh. He knew he couldn't bring it round closer to the posts. Ben Hunt, you have been Crichtoned. You're not the first, you've been Crichton.
And you certainly won't be the last.
No. So, celebrations again, but it's 26 to 10, and now the clock is the enemy. With 8.5 to go.
What you've got to remember here as well, and this is no disrespect to Samoa, but they are a second-tier nation in their first World Cup final. Regardless of the outcome, whatever happens, they have to build on this, don't they?
Well, Carl, I've got to be honest. If you watch the kick, for this
Just what it means to the fans, the people of Samoa. They're just almost by being here tonight.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the players. I saw a clip. The highest paid athletes in the NFL sending a video through. So
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, well, The Rock. I mean.
The biggest name in perhaps the world.
Gee, that's a wrap.
Stay behind.
Yeah, The Rock, he's on board. Now Tedesco at 26-10. 7.5 to go. Crowd is saying one more. Give us one more. Marlow driven sideways. Whiten's defended really well in this final.
Wait.
Now to Power with it.
You surrender.
26-10. I tell you what, just to get, if they got the 26-16, hit the next few minutes. Do they? How loud do they get at Man United matches?
Hold here.
Can a rugby league crowd produce a greater volume of support?
Ring and move.
Yeah, 12 metres inside their own half.
Wait, Angus, go. 4. Good work, 2.
Milford, Luai,
Loses his foot in there.
Tackle, stay.
last tackle it is. A little bit of a miracle play here. Milford,
Outside.
he'll try the floating bomb. Tedesco is ready for it. Yes, well done. The Aussie captain, 2 tries next to his name. He's got a terrific highlights reel now in the career of big matches and big tries. He's done it. Gradles and State of Origin deciders, and now a World Cup final.
It's all clicking.
Campbell Jr. from the southwest of Sydney,
Wait, Jerome.
captain of his country tonight. Adokar with the ball. Over halfway. Gillaroos beat New Zealand in the women's final earlier. And this for the big double. Yo. For Campbell Gillard. And RCG with some post-contact meters.
Back here.
35 in the Samoan line. Hunt now. Tedesco. Right foot step. Tedesco to the 20.
Go, 4 markers are good.
And then for Hunt. Cleary, this could be it. Munster. Samoa, they didn't right running through.
Spencer.
And with the ball, but now there's only 5.5 to go.
Wait.
So it's this set or never. Is there to score points? Samoa, they're not going to score it with defence like that.
Stand now. Wait here. Wait.
Yo and Fasua Malawi there. Crichton. So 2 of the Penrith boys have scored tries for Samoa here at Old Trafford. That's for Samoa. Then Liam Martin, a try scorer for Australia.
Nathan, let go. Yeah.
What a city he had at the Salford Red Devils over here.
Marlow goes wide. Sewell with the ball. Having to straighten up Mitchell there. And Mitchell has stripped the ball away. And he will rule North Australia as a result. We'll need to get the start going pretty quickly here.
You just see here. Mitchell, I think it is, with arms all over the ball there. Pulls it out, rakes it away. Right call there by Ashley Klein. He's had a great game tonight, hasn't he? The referee, the man in the middle.
Going, guys. Lock him in, James.
The culmination of a huge year.
That's all right. He's in the hands.
Had a chat with him in the week 2. It is 20 years since he refereed first elite game. He just passed his 20-year anniversary. His first game was out of 50. I think it was Workington against Featherston. Samoa with it. You can add a few zeros to that 750 now. So 20 years in the paper for Ashley Klein. Second World Cup final.
Hold down.
Samoa 38 metres away from the Australian line. Junior Barlow bouncing into Gillard.
He's been incredible tonight, just carrying that ball forward. Offloads as well.
Milford into the cul-de-sac. Barlow with it. Another fend, offload, touched by Australia.
Again. 6 more.
Tackle count restarts, but there is only 3.5 to go.
Move, Tino.
3.5 minutes.
Mark straight.
Milford has had to slot into dummy half. All very unfortunate for Chanel Harris to beat how things have ended for him. Milford to Luai. He's still been brilliant. Run through the centre. Great tackle by Yo on Spencer Lenu, who runs as hard as anyone in the game. Luai with it. 10 metres out. A dab kick. Covering it up is Crichton. And that should just about do. It would have been Absolute last throw of the day stuff, but Australia have done enough. They lead by 16. There's 2.5 minutes to go.
It was an Italian kick, wasn't it, from Jerome Luai?
Stand there. Play Josh. Play the ball, Josh.
And staying down here is the Fox. We can reveal the player of the match in the final is the Australian captain, James Tedesco. Jonathan, some commentary with the BBC. Tedesco, Australian captain, Zoo player of the match. 2 tries as well.
Release Jaden.
What a night for him. Now Hunt, Cleary, the 40 from inside the 40. He did over the sideline. Australia might just ice the cake here.
Yeah, you get that sense, don't you? You think that there's one more try left in Australia. That 40-20 kick as we enter the final 90 seconds or so.
Hello, they've got a screw. You might not sort of it at home. I'll tell you something. He's keen. Now Meninga's coming down to the sideline. There'll be a little hold up in play before we see Australia play out the last 90 seconds. They know they've got the trophy again. They know they've got the World Cup for the 12th time. They know that they've defended. They've made it 3 in a row. They came into the game having scored 46 tries for the tournament. Will the meter stop at 51? Can Addo-Carr get one? He's equal with Valentine Holmes with the World Cup try-scoring record. This was the first of Tedesco's tries off the Josh Addo-Carr run. And that was a moment. And here's the second. What a move. I think you're right, Carl. Best try of the match. The way this try was put together, so well executed. The setup before it was incredible. Quick play of the ball off the back of it. They're just able to pick and pull the Samoan defence apart. The 90 seconds left here. So, Fasua Malawi with a run. All smiles from Mal Meninga. All the coaching staff on the sideline at Old Trafford. Ball is with Campbell Gillard. They are set left here, Australia.
Just a moment for the Fox.
Cleary, this is the way they come. Cleary with the ball. No. Dummy and caught by defence. I think Munster still wants it. Fasua Malawi with the ball back in front of the posts. Into the final minute we go at Old Trafford. The dreams achieved for Australia, and then try to roll over the line.
You're short, play the ball, let go.
Not able to do so. Campbell Gillard with the play the ball. Hunt goes wide. Tedesco. Step. Right foot. Double. Still alive for Australia. Martin with the ball. They're going backwards. Hunt. Then left. Cleary long. Here it is. Mitchell with it. It started with a Mitchell try. It'll finish with a Mitchell try. A united Australian side in green and gold glory at Old Trafford. Mitchell with a try-double. Tedesco with a try-double. What a moment. The World Cup is theirs.
And what a ball from Nathan Cleary. That pass, that bullet of a pass, just falls into the arms of Mitchell. He starts over there with Martin. Just watch this pass here, under pressure, bang. Mitchell on the outside of Crichton. The pass was perfect.
Yeah, the salute's there as he goes down to the fence. What a moment for the Kangaroos. What a way to top off the tournament. They have the last say at Old Trafford. What a sight. Touch of Greg Inglis about the finish there. One of the greats of the Australian game. Yes, indeed. They've taken the shot at goal while all that was happening and missed. It does not matter. Australia have done it. The immortal Mal Meninga at the helm again of an Australian victory. They are 3 from 3 at Old Trafford. They won in 2000, 40 points to 12. They were superb in 2013, winning 34-2. And in this World Cup, mission accomplished, beating Samoa by 30 points to 10. 6 tries on the board. Tedesco, Mitchell the doubles, and Liam Martin and Cameron Murray, the other try scorers. And for Samoa, Brian To'o and Stephen Crichton had their glory. And it's a smiling Australian camp. The end of a long season. 6 weeks here at the World Cup. By the way, this was a drop kick shot by Adokar. Not quite what we were expecting, but that will do us. The Kangaroos are winners again, but to Samoa, thank you. Thank you for lighting up the tournament with your quarterfinal and semi-final wins. And you've certainly done your supporters worldwide proud today. There was no runaway victory. Yes, Australia on top from the first 20 minutes, but no one threw in the white towel, not by any stretch.
No, they certainly didn't. And you think back to how this competition started for Samoa, that 66 points to 6 loss. And then to be here in the semi-final and give Australia a decent contest.
30 points to 10. Let's hear from our Kazoo man of the match, James Tedesco.
James Tedesco, Aussie captain, is with me. Congratulations, James. You're a world champion.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. Come over here 6-7 weeks ago, this group of blokes, and we formed such a close bond. It's so special representing our country, putting this jersey on. So, yeah, it's a really proud moment at the moment.
How did you manage to bond as a team? Because there's been so little international rugby league of late.
Yeah, I know it's killed us. Last 3 years with COVID, not being able to play, for our country, but we just come over here early, formed a close bond on and off the field. We just got along straight away. So it's important to build that connection from the start, and we just wanted to work hard for each other and show that tonight.
You've had a taste of World Cup Rugby League in the past with your country of heritage, Italy. Very different player for Australia and a winner.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm Australian. Mum and Dad are born in Australia. I'm born in Australia, so it's very special to put this jersey on. Represent my family and friends back home, and I know they're all watching. So shout out to them, and it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable feeling.
Quite a few stars in the Australian team have emerged that we didn't know in the Northern Hemisphere. People like Josh Adokar, Nathan Cleary, and Adokar was on for a record, and he's been a creator tonight.
Yeah, he was unbelievable all tournament. Joshy, Latrell, Nate, it was a team full of superstars, and we knew we had the individual brilliance, but it was just about bonding as a team, and we got better and better each game, and this is probably our best performance. So, it's a great feeling.
Congratulations. Well done, James.
Thank you. Cheers.
James Tedesco making mention of his parents. He was raised at Menangle, southwest of Sydney. His dad, John, built goalposts on their property as a kid. Proud mum, Rosemary, as well tonight. Let's go back and hear from the Australian coach, the legend, Mr. Mal Meninga.
The Australia coach, Mal Meninga, is with me. Congratulations, Mal, a World Cup winner again.
Yeah, no, fantastic. It's one of those games you sit up there and, the first half was, for us, exceptional. I thought we did everything we need to do, and second half we scrambled well defensively. One man down and some points. Whilst that happened, just a mark of a great footy team, committed to each other, and really happy for the boys.
James Tedesco, your captain, a worthy player of the match?
Absolutely, so I don't know how many run meetings he got tonight, but he was everywhere. He's everywhere. That week, really, he's taking the way he trained was exceptional. So, he was on tonight, and we need him.
Team Mal, and very much team, isn't it? How have you brought them together with so much or so little into the league in the last years?
Well, that's the mark of the player. They're really committed to the team, and but our opposition and things like that. They responded really well, and I just felt that I thought they brought their best game tonight. You know, they had to work really hard. It's a tough tournament, you know, and as fatigue starts to kick in, they've had a long year, but they've been rewarded for effort tonight, and you know, it's been a really good way to finish our 2022 season.
Samoa wouldn't go away at 20 points to 6. Did you sense perhaps a comeback, get a bit nervy?
Oh, I'm really confident in this footy team, you know, so, you know, we made a few errors that allowed them back into the game, to be honest with you, but, you know, I was really confident. Defensively, I thought, like, when we were 12 men down against a Samoan side that was throwing everything at us, so I felt that was not the turning point, but, you know, I felt very comfortable after that.
Congratulations, Mel. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Proudest punch. It's an Australian double at Old Trafford. There's the Gillaroos. They've got the trophy. I don't know what else is in there, but there you go. Well done, ladies. You had your moment, and now the men's team have done the same. Let's hear now. Matt Parrish, the Samoan coach, is with Tanya Arnold.
Chief Executive of Rugby.
Matt, commiserations. I know you will have wanted to win that, but boy, your players have done you proud over the last few weeks.
Yeah, just disappointed with the result, but, you know, couldn't be prouder of the effort, their courage and commitment to the cause, you know. They played against a champion team tonight, and we were just too good. We just ran out of troops in the end.
It's if buts and maybes, isn't it? But you were so good in that first sort of 10, 15 minutes and just couldn't get over the line.
Yeah, no, we needed to. We just couldn't quite get close enough to put enough pressure on them throughout the game. But as I said, I'm really proud of this group and what they've done and what they've been able to do, and even their performance tonight. You know, they just kept trying right to the end.
It's not just about what they've done on the pitch, is it? I mean, what you have done for Samoa and for Samoan people around the world has been incredible.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic journey, and, you know, like, just like to thank all the Samoans all around the world that have supported this team, and we're so humbled and proud to be part of this Samoan team, and, you know, to have so many support around the world. It's been incredible.
You've been part of this journey for a fair few years. I mean, it's a journey, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. You know, the support that we've got, you know, in England and in the UK, again, all around the world, it's been unbelievable. And I'm so touched to be part of this team and to see how they've influenced a lot of people around the world.
And what next for this team? Because you'll hope this is just the beginning.
Yeah, look, I think everyone needs a good break now. It's been a tough tournament. A lot of these guys had a very, very tough year, so they'll go back to their clubs and regroup and get ready for another year of NRL, and then hopefully a calendar for the international game will kick on. You know, the tournament's been great. Obviously, you know, we need more games for the Pacific nations to thrive, and I think, you know, hopefully that'll happen.
So might we see you back here in the next couple of years?
Let's hope so.
Matt, thanks ever so much. Commiserations today, but well done on a great tournament.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers, thanks.
Well handled, Matt Parrish. Obviously, a disappointed, but pride comes through that second half. Once Chanel Harry went off and Jerome Luai, I still haven't worked out who was 5'8". I have no idea. I have no idea what the formation was. But they battled through.
Yeah, they were busted all the way through this tournament, weren't they? Lost a number of key personnel along the way and just managed to find a way to get themselves here today. It's an incredible effort from Samoa. Well, came up short today.
That's a great shot too when you talk about inclusive grand finals and World Cups rather. Tino going over to England, wheelchair World Cup side. Everyone was watching last night, inspired by it. So you can enjoy from wherever you're watching on-ground presentation now, starting with the referee and sideline officials.
They have played their part.
Well, now we stand by for the presentation of the trophy. Obviously, acknowledgement of the runners-up, Samoa. I know the loss would hurt now, but down the track, surely you look back at a night like this and a ground like this, as one of the highlights of your career to have been a part of.
Absolutely, Bossy. And you just think the impact that these men have, these 17 men and the rest of the squad have had on the nation of Samoa, inspiring so many young children to play our great game. Matt Parrish mentioned about how more games are needed for Samoa and what the international calendar looks like for them going forward is crucial for the development of Samoa Rugby League, as so many other nations as well. But tonight, they certainly played their part. They never went away. Perhaps the opening 30 minutes was just enough damage from Australia.
Say, Troy Grant caught between a rock and hard place. I think he wants to hug them all, but they're not all reciprocating. Lovely moment to have families share on this sacred turf right now as well. And there you go. Spencer Lenu says, this little man gets mine. That's a beautiful moment too. Well done, Samoa. Well done indeed. As I said, right at the top of the coverage, didn't win a game at the 2017 World Cup. A draw with Scotland was their best result. And now they're runners-up, and you've got to think, next World Cup, 3 years' time in France, this squad
Stay together.
Well, I think the bulk of them do, yeah.
I think they're also a very young squad. If you look down the list that we had of ages of these players, if they can keep developing and crucially keep getting games towards the back end of the year, you know, all about Samoa, Tonga, that's a must really. Get them two sides playing one another, absolutely. And that World 2025 up does to rather than the usual suspects. We now start about 4 and 5 nations that can have taken a tip from these guys in your screen.
The runner already getting in photo mode. Oh, not indeed. Yes, the Jillaroos and Kangaroos are world champions on the back of England winning the wheelchair competition, England with EDRL. Presentation to the Australian players, Ben Hunt first up, Cameron Murray. What a tournament from the South Sydney. Plenty of important tries as well. Latrell Mitchell, a double. Valentine in the story, could have been in FL, but had that year away and back in it. Jack Whiten, defence outstanding. Nathan Cleary now, the first choice Australian halfback. He can add a World Cup medal. It's a 2-time grand final winner. Ethan Campbell-Gillard was there 4 years ago. Pat Carrigan, Cameron Munster has picked up a Samoan souvenir already. Harry Grant was one of the boys from the country towns from Dubbo, and there's a lot of people watching in Australia at the moment that are dealing with just horrendous flooding and going through the toughest of times. I don't know whether you've been able to watch live, but our thoughts are with you. Angus Crichton. Daly Cherry Evans as replacement player. You would think last World Cup for Daly, Josh Adokar. And then the remaining members of the Australian squad. Good on you, Josh. I would love to hear the laugh around here at Old Trafford. Ruben Cotter. There's Matt Burton, Jeremiah Nene, just 19 years of age. He's got to experience Old Trafford as part of this Australian squad. Campbell Graham at his moments earlier in the tournament against Scotland. His first game, Lindsay Collins even got a try at the World Cup, which was a nice moment for Lindsay, who doesn't get too many. And the Australian captain and man of the match, James Tedesco. And their coach, Mal Meninga, the last through. They've got their individual medals, but it's the World Cup trophy that they want now and have deserved.
Can we walk it over? For you? We'll walk it over to you, yeah?
It's all yours, James. Keep it for another 3 years at the very least. James and the Kangaroos. Here's your champions, the Australian Kangaroos. For those watching across Australia, what a way to wake up on a Sunday morning. Those of you who have stayed up all night to watch the double, I'm pretty sure you know it. The performance of the Gillaroos was just absolute display of excellence. And the Australian side certainly saved their best for last in the tournament. They had that semi-final win over New Zealand. And then into a finals performance, they conceded the 2 tries. Two tries scored in the tournament, concede only 6 will be the stock take.
It's incredible numbers, isn't it? You know, for the rest of the world, the Gillaroos and the men's, they are the benchmark. Everybody else, all roads and preparations lead to France. But for now, the World Cup belongs to James Tedesco and his troops in the green and gold. And just look at those pictures there. Smiles, trophy held high, knowing that you came over here 7 weeks ago and you are the champions of the world and nobody can ever take that away from you. The brilliant team performance and a brilliant nation of rugby league in Australia.
Yeah, it is. So many NRL clubs represented there and different backgrounds and junior clubs. I mean, 1 to 7 in the Australian side. They are all from different NRL clubs. You've got the Rooster Tedesco, the Cowboy Holmes, the Rabbitoh Mitchell, the Raider Whiten, the Bulldog Josh Adokar, the Melbourne Storms Cameron Munster, and the Panthers Nate Cleary from 7 different clubs. God,
it's outstanding, isn't it? So often, so many of the other nations are made up from sort of 2 and 3 clubs. And look at this here now. All 3 trophies being brought to the field. The wheelchair, the English winning wheelchair side. Wayne Boardman, Jack Brown, Declan Roberts, Rob Hawkins, Nathan Collins and Joe Coyne all enter the field. All 3 trophies are going to be here on display. The men's, the women's and the wheelchair. The inclusivity and diversity of this World Cup. One picture there.
Also be mentioned too, they announced the dream this entire tour. In the PDRL, boy, oh boy, can he play. And I thought that was tremendous acknowledgement for the PDRL. I made the point when I watched it, I didn't see physical disability, I just saw rugby league. And Bryce Crane is like a one-armed Ryan Pappenhausen. That's how exciting he wants to play and to watch. This is quite a moment. This is a pretty cool photo. We're seeing the Samoan players do a lap of honour, soaking up the moment. But I've never seen this. I have never seen this in any sport. You've got the 3 champion sides represented out there in the middle. How good is that?
That is an incredible picture. All 3 trophies represented there. The fireworks go off, the flames behind as well. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely love every World Cup.
Wow, that's a shot. So they should celebrate the 3 winners. In the city of Manchester, the north of England, where it all started back on 29-18-95 when 22 clubs voted to break away and form the Northern Union. And now, 127 years on, we reach a point where we have these various competitions represented, all playing a form of rugby league. It's been brilliant to watch. The South Sydney connection there. Cameron Murray, Latrell Mitchell and Campbell Graham. I think I did the full tally. There were actually 10 NRL clubs represented in the 17 that played for Australia here in this final. And at this tournament, so many newcomers. to the international scene. Let's hope, and it was expressed by Matt Parrish, that we have more internationals between World Cups. So important.
And that's the beauty of what's ahead, isn't it? 2025, only 3 years away. So many of the nations that have galvanised together and put in decent performances, well, they can go back to the drawing board knowing that there's a year knocked off due to the pandemic. If they can keep the teams together, keep working, keep progressing, keep developing, they can give this tilt at a World Cup in 3 years' time in France everything that they need to do. But let's take nothing away from what tonight's all about, and that's Australia being crowned world champions once more. The 12th World Cup belongs to the green and gold. I've said it before and I'll say it again. What a team, what a nation in terms of rugby league. They are the best, they are the benchmark, and everybody else, well, they got work to do.
Yeah, plenty of photos, plenty of selfies out there right now. I think it'd be remiss of me not to mention the hosts too of this World Cup. And by hosts, I mean the fans of the game here in England. You have been fantastic to all the grounds that we've been to, and your love of the game is admired and respected by all of us who travel from other parts of the world. It's fantastic what you do to fly the rugby league flag here from those smaller clubs, your home club, Whitehaven and Batley and Dewsbury.
Well, you talk about
Volunteers, eh?
You talk about Charlie has been a man who's clocked up more miles than over the last 7 weeks. You visited every single pocket of the country we have to offer.
And loved it.
And loved it. Yeah. It's been brilliant. Loved every moment of it.
Break out the Teddy pot right now to celebrate. Bring one with
the cheese XL
with the egg inside it. I thought that was a G-up. Great shot. Tom Halliwell, James Tedesco, Kezi Apps, the winning captains. Again, I can just say that is such a cool moment. I think that's just tremendous for the sport of rugby league. Be proud, Samoa, too. You have played on Old Trafford. I'm not quite sure what venue we picked for the final in 2025 in France. But I'm sure that's going to be an interesting adventure as well. Expanded. Chance come the next World Cup, we'll have an African nation competing for the first time. Big chance. We've had South American involvement this time around with Brazil.
Norway are entering the wheelchair. They're getting a side put together. So more European countries getting in there too.
It's told last night there's been inquiries fielded from 8 American wheelchair basketball clubs that want to know more about playing this rugby league, and can we get involved?
Well, the coaches of America, they went over to the Arizona games to watch the Wounded Warriors, and they tried to explain to those players that there isn't a classification in wheelchair rugby league. They thought there was. They thought it was the equivalent of the murder ball game. And once they found that out, they all put their hands up and said, well, I want a piece of this. So how many athletes are we fishing in that pond there? If you can educate those players how to play the game, they could be a powerhouse in years to come, the USA.
There's the best day with that trophy. There's our favourite Scotsman, Charles, yeah. Charles the Scotsman out there.
He's done some good work, hasn't he? He's nearly covered more miles than you, boss.
Yeah, well, he's been away from the family for half a dozen weeks, doing his bit, getting an interview with the Australian captain. Here it is, cool moment. Really cool moment. So good. He's a bit of a character too, let me tell you. One of the lads, Tommy Halliwell.
Yeah.
The number 7 for the England wheelchair side. With the number 1 for Australia. And the fact that they can do a lap of honour as well is brilliant. Some last night at Manchester Central. I don't think too many people want to go home, to be honest. I don't think the Jillaroos or the Kangaroos are in any hurry. Tradition back in Australia after grand final success, origin success, you hang around at the ground and you go out to an empty stadium at the end of the night when it's all empty and you have that real inner sanctum moment. I wonder if they're allowed to do that here at Old Trafford.
Yeah, I like that. It's not something that I've ever done, Bossy, but I do understand. I get it. Take it all in one last time in a quiet arena, knowing what you've just achieved.
Say that to that young man on screen, Chanel Harris Davida. All the best to you, young man, and whatever you decide to do, well, there you go. That's a very Australian moment.
There it is.
Gee,
Get the beers poured in. Have a skull.
Oh, my goodness. I assume that's Gatorade or is a cider of some kind. It's not that mulled wine, is it? Oh boy, these are shots I've never seen before. Oh, well, she's a keeper.
What's she doing there?
That's incredible stuff. Junior Barlow there. Great to the Samoan flag. What a servant he's been. Come on, Junior, one more World Cup. Like to see you down in the south of France. More positive reaction. Michael Check is pretty keen for more internationals to be organised for Lebanon. He'll throw his support behind it. They want to have a Lebanon v France series before the next World Cup. And, of course, the support for Lebanon in France
huge,
is enormous.
Yeah.
So, and Michael sees the potential of that. He doesn't want just one odd test. He wants a full series.
No. And those are the sorts of games that they need exposure to, isn't it? I think to Greece and Jamaica, who can forget at the start, Greece scoring their first ever World Cup try against the French. You know, it was outstanding that night in Doncaster. Jamaica scoring their first point against Ireland.
Got to call it. I never thought they'd be doing it.
Incredible. And Brazil, of course, and the women's playing their part. It's just been a real carnival. Good feel, hasn't it, Bossy?
The progression of the PNG all-women's game as well, making their first World Cup semi-final. You know, they've got a whole nation view. They'll have more players to pick from in 3 years' time. Well, Australia's got a little extra luggage to take home. Someone's going to have to pay for the excess. Does the trophy get a seat?
Should do. Send it away home.
It'd be like a beat the Fockers, mate, trying to squeeze the trophy into the overhead locker. Oh, dear. There's no one's going home early here from the Australian Kangaroos. Cold at the ground here. They've had their lap of honour already.
For viewers over in this country, there's only 100 or less than 100 days to go before the new Super League season kicks off. So we don't have to wait too long without Rugby League, but what you watched here tonight is a team that plays it far better than anybody else. The Gillaroos as well in their respective competition, completely dismantled Newton. Couldn't live with them, could they?
Well, the job is there earlier in the 20 right now on reflection. He should play more test matches in his career by now. He wasn't being accurate. He was just, it's been a fact. There's been so little international football. That's also a little bit the Kangaroos' fault on the scheduling, but he's making up for lost time, and to try the Old Trafford final is big. Valentine Holmes, well, his record's not broken. His record has been equalled in the try scoring stakes, so he and Josh Adokar are level on 12 tries each.
I wonder if that was on his mind, Bossy. What do you think?
What, the 12 tries?
Yeah.
When Mitchell got there, could have passed to Adokar as Mitchell scores. Yeah, they share with 12. He's had a great year, Valentine Holmes. For the Cowboys, superb. NRL's leading point scorer, and now tops it off, finishes with World Cup number 2. For the changing of the guard, you know, I was here in 2013 and Cameron Smith was the captain. I was here back in 2000 when, you know, Australia win. And Brad Fittler was the captain. Now James Tedesco's the captain. Come the next World Cup, well, James will be 32. I don't know. He could be there, but, you know, the baton gets passed on from great player to great player to great player.
Certainly does. And just the conveyor belt and the depth that they've got in Australia to fish from, to find new players. It's got an embarrassment of riches almost. And they just keep producing.
Just remember Tim Tonagato, just about the left side of screen. You know, there's World Cup moment. She was part of World Cup 2013, but you know, she's a two-time Olympian. She's won Olympic gold, and having this moment, wow, what a sporting career for some of these talented ladies that we see play in women's rugby league.
Well, it's not fair, is it? You know, you can't be that good at everything, but she is. I'm sure her parents and loved ones are all immensely proud of what she's been able to do with the rest of the Gillaroos.
They're soaking up every single moment. I reckon the photo count will be 500,000 by the end of tonight. Trafford outside the ground, everyone wants a photo of the iconic entrance with the Sir Alex Ferguson statue when they come to Old Trafford.
It's just such a special venue to play in. Tonight it's a 75,000 seat stadium, 67 in there. It's pretty much full. They were entered from off. There'd have been society that would have thrown the towel in. But they didn't, they just kept coming and coming. And in the class of Australia, just are outshot.
Yeah, I think that's the message. Potential achieved by the two performances we saw from the Europeans. Not absolutely perfect. They did make some handling errors in the second half, but Mal spoke about it. They did defend a period with one man down, and
they scored with one man down.
They scored with one man down. I mean, that whole period there now, post-mortem, if it was Samoa who scored and Australia don't, different finish.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, potentially. Crowd going nuts.
That was one thing that entertained me and you tonight. The crowd all backing Samoa all the way. You know, what we do here in British sport is, you know, we like to applaud people on the way up, and then once we see someone achieving great things over and over again, we get bored of it. We want to get the underdog. We want to knock them down, and I think that's why the 67,000 in here tonight, we're all behind Samoa. But in the end, I think everybody, when they get home tonight, they accept at the end of the day, this is a wonderful, wonderful side and a great sporting nation, Australia, in this great game of rugby league.
Couple of the lads, Jack White, who said, he told me he's an exclusive, he's going to shave the hair off. Now that the World Cup's over, it's all going. Mullet gone, everything. The whole bit.
Just in time for the peak of summer as well. Get it all off.
So having done the lap of honour with the players, Kyle, let's just, for our world audience, show you the tries that were scored tonight. And early on, I mean, Samoa with the early to posting points, they had opportunities, but it's Australia who came up with the first try. It feels like quite some time ago, but Mitchell
just showing great strength there, just to knock the full-back out of the way. Ante Milford here, you just watch, he just gets caught turned in there. Mitchell, he doesn't need to find his winger, just to show strength of him, and look what it means to him. You know, that's a huge goal of the opening one, but then Josh Adokar in James Tedesco, like, oh, mind if you're the best one in the world, danger. Threat. Damage 10-0 from a high ground side. And this was really quite soft between Tim Laffey.
The third try of the first half, Martin getting over, and he's had a very good tournament. Penrith Panthers back row of the tries in the second half. You love this one.
Oh, I just loved it there. I just loved how he starts his line so straight, and then right at the last part of it, edges out there, knows that Milford's ball watching Cleary, and I just thought it was a terrific back rower's try. And we had for a risk, didn't we? And it was Luai who came hard on that left foot. Latrell Mitchell trying to intercept over the top, but it finds the ball to Ben Toto. Scores what you felt like that was 20 points
At that point, there was chance there was hope.
Sideline, that's right. It got you. Big those that were supporting Samoa that they could be comeback then see constructed try.
Even just the way Regan Campbell-Gillard just plays the ball, walks forward, drops down because he knows this moves on. It goes to Cleary, out the back to Munster. Beautiful delayed ball back inside, and James Tedesco. Well, he nearly ends up in row one, doesn't he, there? And then Crichton. He'd been Crichton, pinches the pocket of Australia. Ben Hunt there with a bit of a sloppy pass. Crichton the beneficiary from it. Sticks that big right arm out and races. We saw him long. Here's a carving. And then finally, last try of the night. It's a ball, ends up in Martin's hands, comes back across to Hunt, to Cleary, but this ball here is sensational. Caught in no man's land. Latrell Mitchell with that Greg Inglis style finish that you spoke about in commentary, Bossy.
Right, was thinking one more intercept, couldn't pull it off.
And that was it. Yeah. That was the story of the night. Trophy held aloft.
How to win a World Cup by the Australian Kangaroos. Kyle, put it there, my friend.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine.
The King of Cumbria with me in commentary tonight. It's been a privilege for us to bring the coverage to you and to all those involved in it. It's been a pleasure, and to the fans right across England, thank you for making it a wonderful tournament. That is the Rugby League World Cup 2021. We had to wait another 12 months for it to get underway, but it was well worth the wait. England winning PDRL, England winning wheelchair World Cups. But Australia in the women's and the men's reigning supreme as defending champions. We will see you in 3 years' time for the next Rugby League World Cup. But be proud of what you've witnessed over the last 6 weeks. It really is, folks. I may be a little biased. The best sport on the planet.
Yeah, go. Batia, Batia, lourd parti, toi t'en vas,